Alright, now that we got this flat part created and we've got it actually in our assembly, let's go double check that it's in our assembly. There it is. So you got these two parts. We need to now create the two vertical parts that go up here on the walls here at a 90 degrees. So it'll butt up against this part here and go up at 90 degrees. It's an 8-inch part. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go back over here to my part window. I don't actually have to do it exactly like this. I can just go ahead if I need to and create a new part file. So we're going to create a new part file. We go ahead and hit OK. And what I'm going to do on this part is go back to my settings that I prefer, which is the plain white. Come down here and verify that I am in inch pound second, which let's double check, make sure we are. Let's edit document units just to make sure we're at our correct settings. Nope, we got to make sure everything's set to 4 decimal places, which is what I prefer. Again, the reason I do that is some of the readouts that I get on my measurements are definitely at angles like or thicknesses like 13/16 or 9/16, which uses 4 decimal places. So length on that, I'll go ahead and set that to 4. Looks like I got it where I want it. That's good. Now I'll go ahead. This time I'm going to work in the what I would consider the right view here, and I'll set myself normal to that view, and I'll go ahead and get me a sketch going. I'm going to start from the lower right here. Excuse me, lower right. I can call it that. And I'll come up about that high. Go to my Smart Dimension command, and I'll come off here and say 8 inches. Then I'll come down here on this, and I'll say we're going to say 6 inches there. And we'll go ahead and set ourselves to isometric view. And now our thickness of our part is going to be 3/4 of an inch. Now with SolidWorks, you can actually do that. You can come over here and say 3/4 inches, and it'll go ahead and extrude it out to 0.75, as you see here. The cool thing about SolidWorks is that I would like to say it's bilingual. They can actually understand millimeter, inches, and fractional readouts as we need to. Hit the F key to fit the actual part in there. It says material is not specified. Well, let's go ahead and do that. And what we're going to do is going to edit the material that we're going to use. And we're going to come down here on the edit material. Oh, there it is. Click that. Again, I'm using oak for my example here. So I'll select oak, apply that. Go ahead and close this. And there's my oak piece of wood there. So I can just go with this for right now. Let's go ahead and do a Control-7, which is also the isometric view. Now this time I'm going to put a chamfer on this edge over here, a little chamfer. So what I'll do, actually I put on this edge here. So what I'll do is I'll come over here to, you see fillet, not fillet, but fillet, and you get that pull down and you come down here to chamfer. Now I've got my chamfer angle set to 45 degrees. And a lot of this is going to be based on the table router bits that I have in my table router. So always check the box and make sure you're set at the, at whatever degree angle of your that you're using on your table router. So I'm going to go ahead and set it to that. I'm going to go ahead and click on this and get a preview of what that's going to look like. Well, that's pretty small. I know it's 0.375, excuse me, 0.75 or 3/4 of an inch thick. I'm going to set a distance of 1/4 inch. Let's see what that looks like on that chamfer. I think I'm going to go a little bit bigger than that. So I will go up to 0.3125, which is 5/16. And I actually like that, so I'm going to go with that right now. So there's my 5/16. Looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and save this file now. Make sure it's in our Bookends project, and we're going to say vertical wall, or bookend, make sure it's lowercase, bookend vertical wall. And I like to give a version of mine, so put that in there, hit OK. Now you can come back and change the normals on these different surfaces to get the grain going in the direction, but we're kind of in a hurry right now. So we're going to now go ahead and save this file, which we just did, and we'll stop here for a moment and come back to it.